Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, Daisy. So today I'm going to be showing you how to join any two granny squares together. I've previously gotten a lot of questions about how to join Starburst Granny Squares together, and I'm going to be showing you how to do that today, as well as normal granny squares. And so I previously made a similar video, how to join granny squares together, but this is going to be a new and improved version, where I'll go in depth with it and start with joining the first two squares, and also include the Starburst Granny Square. So now let's get started. You will need granny squares, yarn to join the granny squares together, scissors, a sewing needle, and a crochet hook. I will be using a 5mm hook. Here is a preview as to what the final product will look like. So we have all four squares and they're joined together. And so when I'm picking colors, I usually try to do a neutral color on the outside, so a gray, white, black, or navy blue, and then a brighter color on the inside because it makes a really bright and light blanket. And then so just to go over how we're going to be joining this today, so we'll start with the first square, and we're going to do a normal border all the way around with the joining color, which is the gray. Then for the second, we'll go around normally for 3 sides, then attach on one. For the third, we'll go normally on 3 sides, then attach on one. And then for the fourth side, we'll go normally on 2 sides and then attach on 2. So that is the game plan for this pattern, and we will get started. For the first square, we're doing a normal row all the way around with the gray color. So to do that, we need to attach. So you insert into the hole, wrap the yarn around your hook, pull, and then make a knot just like this. Then we're going to start with a normal granny square. So you insert into the hole, yarn over, and come out to get the loop back on your hook. Then you chain 3, do 2 double crochet into the same hole, and you start. So just to review what you do for a granny square, you chain 1 after this and do 3 double crochet into each of the holes, chaining 1 in between those sets of double crochet. For the corners, you do 3 double crochet, chain 3, and 3 double crochet all in the same hole. So just repeat that all the way around. When you're done, chain 1, pull, cut with your scissors, and then pull on that knot so it's nice and secure. For the second square, we're doing exactly the same thing, except we're completing 3 of the sides normally, and on the fourth, we'll be attaching. As you can see, I've completed the first 3 sides of the square normally, and now we'll be attaching on the fourth side. So we'll start at the corner, and then we'll attach to the corresponding corner, and then continue all the way down to each of the corresponding holes. So each chain that we would normally do on a granny square will be replaced by a slip stitch. So for the corner, we'll be doing 3 double crochet, chain 1, then a slip stitch, chain 1, and 3 double crochet into that hole. Then we will do a slip stitch because we would normally chain after that, then 3 double crochet, slip stitch, 3 double crochet, slip stitch, all the way until we've completed the square. Like I said before, we have to complete the 3 double crochet and then we can start attaching. So after this, I'm going to chain 1, and then get my other square into position, then insert from the top, yarn over, come out, and pull through. Then we're going to chain 1 and do the 3 double crochet. So the slip stitching is fairly simple. All you really have to do is insert from the top, yarn over, come out, so you have 2 loops, pull through, and you're good. Now we're going to do it again because we would normally chain here. So you insert from the top, yarn over, come out, so you have 2 loops on your hook, and pull through. Then you do your 3 double crochet. So you're just going to repeat this, doing 3 double crochet into each hole, then slip stitching into the corresponding hole of the other square, 3 double crochet, and you just repeat this. When you get to the corner, you're going to do exactly the same thing as the other corner. 3 double crochet, chain 1, then slip stitch by inserting into the top, yarn over, come out, and pull through. Then chain 1, and since we're at the end, you're going to slip stitch into the third chain of the chain 3, then you're going to chain 1, pull, and cut with your scissors. Granny square number 3 is exactly the same as granny square number 2. So you crochet normally for the first 3 sides of the granny square, and then you attach on the fourth. So it's the same for attaching at the corner. You do 3 double crochet, chain 1, then slip stitch into the corresponding corner of the other square, then chain 1 and do your 3 double crochet. So again, when you're doing the sides, you slip stitch, 3 double crochet, slip stitch, 3 double crochet, all the way until you get to the end. The only other slight difference is that when you get to that last corner, after you do your 3 double crochet, you chain 1, and then you insert for the slip stitch into both corners of the first and second granny square. So you insert into both, then yarn over, come out, and pull through. It's the same thing except you're just attaching to both so that everything is nice and secure. Then you slip stitch into the third chain of the chain 3, chain 1, pull, cut, and fasten off. Joining granny squares has lots of repetition because for granny square number 4, you're doing exactly the same thing, just you're doing 2 sides of the granny square normally, and then you're attaching on 2 sides. Similar to when we attached the other corner of the third square, you're going to insert into the corners of the first and third granny squares so that everything is nice and secure just like the other corner. Then you chain 1 and you continue doing it just like normal. When you get to the end, you're going to chain 1, pull, and cut with your scissors just like all the other squares. Moving on to the Starburst Granny Square, everything is the same except on this first square I did not do the chain 1 that you'd normally do in between sets of 3 double crochet. As you can see, the sets are already really close together, and if I did that extra chain 1, it might have prevented it from laying flat. So I chose not to do the chain 1, but you can do whatever you like. And if you don't do the chain 1, then when you're going normally around, you just don't chain, and then when you're attaching, you still do the slip stitch in between each set of 3 double crochet. Since everything is the same, and you probably don't want to hear me drone on for another 10 minutes, here is a wonderful time lapse of joining all the Starburst Granny Squares together. I really love the look of all of these Starburst Granny Squares joined together. I think they would make a really cool blanket. And if you don't know how to make a Starburst Granny Square, then you can check out my video. It's one of my favorite things to make because they just look so cool and you can play around with lots of different colors. So check that out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel down below. And also you can now follow me on Instagram. I'll put the username in the description box. And I'll see you next time. Bye!